Auction action. A big part of the action during the Monterey Motoring Week takes place at auctions where collectors compete to add some of the most rare and desirable cars in the world to their stables. This year 2 overall records were eclipsed. The most valuable Porsche ever sold at auction crossed the block at Gooding & Company, while the most valuable Aston Martin ever sold silenced the gavel at RM Sotheby's. At the high end, Ferraris were the most popular marque, accounting for 9 of the top 15 most valuable cars sold for 2017. Dollars dip, numbers rise. According to classic car insurer Hagerty, cumulative sales from the 6 auctions around the Monterey Peninsula dropped for the second year in a row to $327.3 million, which is down from $338.2 million last year. Meanwhile, total sales were 745, up from 723 last year. The Monterey auctions offer more million-dollar cars than other sales throughout the year, with an average sale price of $439,361 and the highest sell-through rate for cars above $250,000. Here's a look at the top 15 cars sold at the 2017 auctions around Monterey. Prices include buyer's premium. 15. 1965 Ferrari 275 GT V6C alloy by Scaglietti, Thai. Sale price, $3,575,000. Auction, RM Sotheby's. Collectors generally classify the Ferrari 275 GTB as either early, short nose, or later, long nose, but this 275 GTB 6C is considered an interim car built between the two. Equipped with a lightweight alloy body, long nose, 6 carburetors and a revised driveshaft, the 275 GTB 6C performs at the same level as the later 275 GTB4. The restored car has the same Argento silver finish used in 1965, with a new blue leather interior and Ferrari Classiche Redbook certification. 15. 1970 Porsche 908/03, Thai. Sale price, $3,575,000. Auction, RM Sotheby's. Porsche developed the 908 race car primarily to compete in the Targa Florio and the Nürburgring 1000 km, with a focus on handling since both races feature particularly twisty courses. Porsche completed chassis number in January 1970 and used the car for final testing before the 1970 racing season. Powered by an 8-cylinder engine, the 908 is lighter than the 12-cylinder Porsche 917s and Ferrari 512s competing at the time. The strategy was successful, with the Porsche 908 taking first and second place in 1970 at the Targa Florio and the Nürburgring 1000 km. Chassis 003 did not race in the 1970 Targa Florio but was campaigned by Porsche Salzburg at the Nürburgring, finishing second with Hans Hermann and Richard Atwood at the wheel. 14. 2014 Ferrari LaFerrari Coupe. Sale price, $3,795,000. Auction, Mecum. One of only 120 of these extreme Ferraris that were ever sold in America. This LaFerrari has just 566 original miles. The Ferrari LaFerrari is powered by a hybrid drive system that combines a 788 horsepower 6.3-liter V12 engine and a 161 horsepower electric motor for a total system output of 949 horsepower delivered through a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. The high KERS kinetic energy recovery system is inspired by the system used in Ferrari Formula 1 cars. The LaFerrari can reach 60 mph in less than 3 seconds and achieve 186 mph in 15 seconds on the way to a top speed of 217 mph according to Ferrari. 13. 1954 Ferrari 500/735 Mondial Spider. Sale price, $3,850,000. Auction, RM Sotheby's. This Ferrari 500 Mondial was the 12th of 13 Pininfarina Spiders when completed in October of 1954. but pundits believe the larger 2.9-liter 735 engine went into the car before it left the factory. Sold new to gentleman racer Tony Paravano, the car raced in California from 1955-57 before being sold in 1960 to Javier Valesquez in Mexico City, the organizer of the Mexican Grand Prix. The car has rarely been seen since its final races in the late 1950s, and became available for sale this year for the first time in 18 years. It is a rare example of a four-cylinder Ferrari, yet it possesses a more powerful engine than other 500 Mondials. 12. 1956 Maserati A6G 54 Coupe, sale price, $4,400,000, auction, Gooding & Company. The Maserati A6G 54 debuted at the 1954 Paris Auto Show. The evolution of the A6 series developed from the A6G CS sports racing car and the A6 road car to create an exclusive Gran Turismo. This example is the last of 21 Berlinettas built by Zagato, powered by a 160 horsepower 2.0-liter inline 6-cylinder engine with 3 Weber carburetors and a 4-speed manual transmission. Restored by renowned quality cars of Vigonza, Italy, this amazing Maserati has the original color paint and interior, as well as its numbers matching engine. 11. 1950 Ferrari 166mm 212 Export Uovo by Fontana, sale price, $4,510,000, auction, RM Sotheby's. Successful gentleman racers in Italy, the four Marzotto brothers were some of Ferrari's best customers in the late 1940s and early 1950s. Of the more than 20 cars that the brothers owned, this is one of the most significant. It raced in the 1950 Targa Florio and then the Mille Miglia, where it crashed heavily and returned to Ferrari for repairs. In search of a competitive advantage, Fontana of Padova and sculptor Franco Reggiani designed a streamlined body, nicknamed Uovo, egg in Italian. The rebodied car debuted at the Giro di Sicilia in unpainted bare aluminum but retired with a mechanical issue. At the 1951 Mille Miglia, the Uovo was a crowd favorite and held a large lead before it retired with tire problems. In 1952 the car ran in the top 10 at the Mille Miglia before retiring and was later sold and ran in races in California during 1954. 10. 1959 Ferrari 250 GT Series 1 Cabriolet, sale price, $4,840,000, auction, Gooding & Company. Ferrari produced 4,250 GT Series 1 cabriolets between 1956 and 1959, and this chassis 1475 GT is the last one. Pininfarina assembled 250 Albanian Lex GT Series 1 cabriolets to maintain a high level of quality and to accommodate specific requests from the original owners, so each of the 40 cars has a unique combination of mechanical, interior and exterior details. The Series 1 cabriolet was the most expensive 250 at the time, priced at $14,950, $3,000 more than the Ferrari 250 GT LWB California Spider with body by Scaglietti, sold during the same period. As a late model Series 1, chassis 1475 GT has a full-width bumper and no vents in the front fenders. It is one of only 4 Series 1 cabriolets built with open headlights, and one of only 2 with tall vertical taillights also used on the Series 2 cabriolet. 9. 1959 Ferrari 410 Superamerica Series 3 Coupe by Pininfarina, sale price, $5,335,000, auction, RM Sotheby's. Enzo Ferrari created exclusive Grand Touring cars for his famous and wealthy clientele, and the 410 Superamerica was one of those exclusive models, essentially a coach-built car of the time. This example, chassis 1305 SA, was completed in May 1959, the 25th 410 Superamerica built and the 4th of only a dozen Series 3 models. Special features exclusive to chassis 1305 SA are the competition-style covered headlights, a unique rear fender design and unique taillights. The Series 3 410 Superamericas are powered by 400 horsepower 4.9-liter Lamborghini V12 engine, and this car still has its original numbers matching engine, original gearbox and rear axle. Originally sold in Geneva, Superamerica 1305 SA had a series of owners before being sold to John Hagerty of Chicago in 1976. Hagerty's Motorcraft of Bensonville, Illinois, completed a full restoration in dark British racing green with yellow striping, the same colors as today. The car has been unseen since the late 1990s. 8. 1955 Ferrari 121 Lumina Spider, sale price, $5,720,000. Auction, RM Sotheby's, one of only 4 121 Lumina Spiders built by Ferrari. The 121 is powered by a 360 horsepower 4.4-liter inline 6-cylinder engine, part of a series of straight 6 cars that evolved from Ferrari's earlier 4-cylinder cars. Originally built as a 118 Lumina, chassis number 0546LM, first raced in the 1955 Mille Miglia, where it crashed when a tire blew at 174 miles per hour. It returned to the factory for repairs and received upgrades to make it a 121 Lumina, then raced as one of 3 121 Lumina entries at the 1955 24 Hours of Le Mans. In 1956, chassis 0546 crashed during the Del Monte Trophy race at Pebble Beach, killing driver Ernie McAfee, resulting in a racing ban at Pebble Beach and the eventual creation of a nearby racetrack called Laguna Seca. 7. 1959 Aston Martin DB4 GT Prototype Coupe, sale price, $6,765,000. Auction, RM Sotheby's. Even before Aston Martin officially announced the DB4 in September 1958, Design Project 199 was already underway to create a lightweight racing version of the DB4 known as DP1991. The Aston Martin DB4 GT prototype was shortened behind the front seats by literally cutting an early DB4 in half, with shorter doors and a wheelbase of 93 inches with 2 seats and luggage space in the rear. The DB4 GT's doors are lightweight aluminum and the entire body is lighter 18-gauge aluminum alloy. The engine received a twin-plug cylinder head, triple 45D COE Weber carburetors, a higher compression ratio, larger valves and revised camshafts. The DB4 GT prototype tested at Le Mans in April 1959, with a first public showing in May at the Silverstone race circuit in England, when Sir Stirling Moss put the car on pole position, won the race and set a lap record. 6. 1963 Jaguar E-Type Lightweight Roadster, sale price, $8 million. Auction, Bonhams. To compete with Ferrari's 250 GTO, Jaguar began development of a lightweight, more aerodynamic racing version of the E-Type. The first of just 12 cars rolled out in October 1962. 2 lightweight E-Types entered the 12 Hours of Sebring in March 1963, Ed Leslie and Frank Morrill placing 7th overall and 1st in class for owner Kjell Kvale, and Bruce McLaren and Walt Hansgen finishing 8th overall and 2nd in class for owner Briggs Cunningham. At Le Mans in June 1963, 3 E-Type lightweights took to the track, with Bob Grossman and Cunningham finishing 9th overall and 2nd in class. Chassis number S850664 was the 7th lightweight built, and the 2nd of 3 cars sold to Briggs Cunningham. It qualified 14th at Le Mans but retired after just 1 hour. Later in the race, the car of Grossman and Cunningham had a minor crash. Race mechanics cut off part of the hood of S850664 to repair the Grossman-Cunningham car. After a few races in the US, the car went into Cunningham's museum. 5. 1961 Ferrari 250 GT SWB Coupe, sale price, $8,305,000. Auction, RM Sotheby's. A highly desirable model among Ferrari collectors, Ferrari 250 GT SWB Coupe chassis number 2985 GT is the 110th of 167 built, and one of approximately 90 loose versions. Noted Ferrari experts Charles Betts and Fred Peters own this example for almost 40 years. and in September 2008 Ferrari Classiche Red Book authentication confirmed that the car still has all its original major mechanical components. After sale of the car, Betts and Peters oversaw restoration of 2985 GT and it won a Platinum Award at the Cavallino Classic in January 2016. 4. 1970 Porsche 917K race car, sale price, $14,080,000, auction, Gooding & Company, designed to conform to new regulations and compete for the overall win at Le Mans. The Porsche 917 debuted at the Geneva Motor Show in March 1969, and in April 25 completed cars underwent inspection to satisfy production requirements. Previously respected as a class winner, the 917 Porsche went on to win nearly every championship race during the 1970 and 1971 seasons, including 2 wins at the 24 Hours at Le Mans. Porsche used this car for testing but it did not race. Legendary Porsche driver Joe Sifford purchased the car in 1970, and it was used extensively in Steve McQueen's movie Le Mans. With an aluminum space frame and lightweight suspension components made of titanium and magnesium, the Porsche 917 is powered by a flat 4.5-liter 12-cylinder engine producing 580 horsepower. The aerodynamic body is made of thin fiberglass and has both short and long tails, with the long tail designed for the 2-mile-long Mulsanne straight at Le Mans. 3. 1966 Ferrari 275 GT BC Coupe, sale price, $14,520,000, auction, Gooding & Company. As early as 1950 with the 166mm Berlinetta, Ferrari built competition versions of GT cars for owners who wanted a higher level of performance for the track. For 1965 Ferrari produced 3 competition cars based on the 275 GTB with lightened chassis, the thinnest possible aluminum bodies and engines based on the mid-engine 250 Lumina specifications. 2 of these cars placed first and third in class at Le Mans, and for 1966 Ferrari produced 12 similar competizione versions known as the 275 GTBC. The 275 GTBC has thinner aluminum, and the side and rear windows are lightweight perspex. The 3.3-liter V12 engine features high-lift camshafts, competition pistons, redesigned crankshaft and Weber 40 DFI3 carburetors. Racers bought many 275 GTBCs, including chassis 09051 acquired by Renzo Sinibaldi, an amateur racing driver from Rome. In 2004 the car underwent restoration to its original 1966 livery, and it has not been exhibited since 2007. 2. 1995 McLaren F1 Coupe, sale price, $15,620,000, auction, Bonhams. After a dominant season in Formula One racing, McLaren applied its newfound Formula One technology to produce the ultimate street-legal road car. Unveiled in May 1992 at the Monaco Grand Prix, the McLaren F1 features a carbon fiber composite monocoque body, with a safety cell and carbon fiber front crash structure. It weighs a mere 2,500 pounds. Power comes from a 6.1-liter V12 engine developed by the BMW M Sport division producing 627 horsepower at 7,500 RPMs, delivered through a 6-speed manual transaxle. Factory performance figures include 0 to 60 mph in 3.2 seconds, 0 to 100 mph in 6.35 seconds, 0 to 200 mph in 28 seconds and a top speed of 240 mph. The driver sits in the center of the car with a passenger seat on each side. This example was offered by the original owner with no modification since new. 1. 1956 Aston Martin DB4 Roadster, sale price, $22,550,000, auction, RM Sotheby's. Topping the list of all the Monterey auctions in 2017, the 1956 Aston Martin DB4 Roadster set an auction record for the sale of an Aston Martin at auction, And for the sale of any British car, the DBR1 is the result of Aston Martin owner David Brown's dream to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which he realized in 1959. Although not the Le Mans winning car, this DBR11 did win the Nürburgring 1000 km in 1959, and has been driven by the likes of Sir Stirling Moss, Jack Brabham and Carroll Shelby. The original engine was sold with the car, but the DBR1 is currently powered by a reproduction engine for racing. The previous owner entered the car at the Goodwood Revival and felt the original engine too valuable to risk. British driver Brian Redman raced the car at Goodwood, and in 2013 Sir Stirling Moss drove the car for the Aston Martin Centenary event at the Nürburgring.